Hello, welcome back to the pit. In today's video, I'm going to talk about three figures that were actually supposed to come out in 1984, but were held off and released in 1985. And in case you don't have a clue as to who or what they might be, I'm holding one of them here. In 1985, the Dreadnoks Buzzer, Ripper, and Torch were released. But fans always seem to talk about this. The fact that there's some speculations, and one designer from the 80s has actually come out and said that these three Dreadnoks were actually supposed to be released in 1984 and were postponed a bit and then released in 1985. And one indicator of this is that these guys have the old 1984 neck, meaning that it doesn't have the ball joint, and it's just a side-to-side motion. I don't know if you can get that in focus or not, but it just has a side-to-side motion instead of a later 1985 version that has the ball joint that allows the head to go up and down. These three guys and their leader Zartan, who actually was released in 1984, were very prominent in the G.I. Joe film, the five-parter Sumbo animated series, Revenge of Cobra. And they were so popular in that film that it was pretty obvious that they would have been a perfect 1984 release with their leader Zartan. And I kind of did like a little diorama here of the Dreadnoks. Of course, there's the original three there. And then I have Zartan, who is the leader. And I've got the Dreadnok Thunder Machine with Zartan's sister, Zarana, kind of hanging out on the top up there. Thrasher, the driver of the Thunder Machine, that was released in 1986. Xandar, who is Zartan's brother, he was a 1986 release. Nagahide, who was a later Dreadnok, I believe he's 1989. Road Pig is a big, heavy guy with the shirt off. He's a 1988 Dreadnok. Zanzibar, who's a strange Dreadnok, he was a 1987 Dreadnok, and they actually call him a pirate, which is kind of weird, but that's what he was. And then, of course, 1986 Monkey Wrench, who was a lot of G.I. Joe fans' favorite Dreadnok. But yeah, these figures are really fun to set up because they were like a mercenary type group that did jobs for Cobra, a bike gang led by some strange brothers and sisters. The main one, Zartan, of course, who's very famous in G.I. Joe lore. The Dreadnoks first appear in issue 25 of the Marvel comic. That's a July 1984 issue. And they're also on the cover of December 1984, which is number 30. An interesting fact about the Dreadnoks in the Marvel books is that Hasbro and Marvel approached Larry Hama and said that because of the success of Return of the Jedi, the Star Wars film, they wanted Larry to write into the script of the comic of these Cobra furry creatures that G.I. Joe could fight against, because they figured that there was such a success with the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi. And Larry refused to do this, and he came up with the idea to have the Dreadnoks, like a bike gang, and then they refused it, and he said, "Fine, I'm not doing it anymore then." And he actually left for a bit, and then they called him back, and they said, "Okay, we need you to do the book. We need you to write the cards and all that still. So, okay, go ahead." So he actually saved maybe some grief in the G.I. Joe world by not having some strange creatures like that, and instead had these Dreadnoks written in, which a lot of G.I. Joe fans really like. And in Larry Hama's comic book, there was a fun allegory used, which kind of centered around the Dreadnoks being a bike gang, and instead of drinking beer and doing drugs, the allegory was that they would drink grape soda and chocolate-covered donuts. So Larry had a little bit of fun with that, because it's kind of insinuating that these guys would sit around and have the donuts and the soda instead of beer and other stuff. And so it kind of kept kids kind of thinking that they actually did have grape soda and chocolate covered donuts. And yeah, they kind of hung out in their spot was like a gas station in Jersey, and Zartan would come by every now and then and kind of give them some orders. They could make a bit of money for Cobra. I like to display them like this up on the top shelf, and just have them like this with the sodas, and just kind of chilling up there. And yeah, so hope you guys like this little snippet of the Dreadnoks from the 1980s. And yeah, so I guess we'll see you the next video. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Take care.